You know what? I actually really like the gummy map theme. I actually think it's really good.
I was gonna say I hate it because I hate it now because you hear it in the phone game so much.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
They replaced it with Hand in Hand, which is better now, but it used to be that music, and it was really annoying.
It's so weird, I think, going from, like, playing KH2 and going back to 1 and stuff. Because, like, I really like the gummy ship missions in that, because they're so, like, visually, they're much more interesting than this. It's just, with this game, it's just, you know, here's, circles or whatever, and here's some random Heartless ships. And, like, in 2, you get, like, that giant pirate ship thing, and you get that little wheel that chases you. It's really cool.
There's one thing I was thinking about. In K3, I thought it'd be pretty cool if you could actually land your gummy ship in a world.
What do you mean?
Like, you can physically, like, fly it in a world and land it there.
That'd be kind of neat. I thought you meant something like, kind of how, like, Ratchet and Clank, you just see them, like, land their ship or something. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Or maybe, like, I don't know. There might be a section of the world where you need to go in the gummy ship and, like, fly through it. That'd be pretty cool.
This is something that I'm kind of stealing this idea because I heard this somewhere and I don't remember who I heard it from, but I think it'd be really cool is like, I really want to have like, where you like a boss where you like fight a world, like the world turns into a Heartless or something, because that's what I always thought it was, like, because you know they said the worlds go to darkness, have like because they, you know, obviously the worlds have hearts, have the world become like a Heartless and you have to like fight it with the gummy ship or something. I don't know, I think that'd be really neat.
That's pretty cool.
It'd be something new that we haven't seen. Or they could bring Monstro back, and Monstro's a Heartless or something. You could do that, and you shoot him with the gummy ship. Whatever.
I completely disregarded that opinion when he said bring Monstro back.
Not go into...
Like,
you don't... No, you don't go into Monstro. You see Monstro in space again for no reason, and you have to fight
You
Monstro.
just kill him.
Yeah, you just kill him.
Okay, if you kill him, that's fine. I don't want to go in him.
Because, I mean, nobody likes Monstro. His boss fight in BBS kind of sucks, and he sucks in this game, too. The only good Monstro appearance in KH, I think, is in DDD, just because, like, you use him to beat that giant crab thing.
Oh, yeah. You put him in a bubble, I forgot that one.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I do look kind of like this about KH1, is they actually show you them, like, talking in the gummy ship and stuff. It seems like they kind of do this in 0.2 as well.
They do sometimes in 2. Not a lot. They do it, like, twice.
It's very uncommon to do. Can we turn back? I really don't want to do this world. I really don't like this world at all.
So, like, if you go through the waterfall, will you just fall off into space? Because the gummy ship with waterfall was just falling off into the void.
I really wanted to edit in, like, the thing in, like, this movie's put in the Sonic 06 LP they did, where that jet just crashes, but it was gonna be the gummy ship just crashes into the world.
Goofy?
It's the Cheetah Girls! I will say this, while I don't like Deep Jungle, you get to fight a fucking tiger, and that's pretty awesome.
That's a leopard, isn't it?
Or a cheetah. Did I say a lion?
You said a tiger. I don't think that's a tiger.
No, I think it is. Here, we're gonna do a quick scan. Say something.
That's a leopard.
Say something about this world, Philip, while I do this.
This world was meant to be in Chain of Memories.
That is a leopard. Okay. I could have sworn it was a cheetah.
Nah, it's a leopard.
I clearly do not know.
With a,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. Get your animals right, you fucking loser.
Yeah, clearly I need to do more research into felines, apparently.
You don't. You need to do your pussy research.
We're gonna be fighting, well, this is Sabor. We're gonna be fighting Sabor a couple of times throughout this world. Sabor's pretty easy to kill, but it can, well, he or she can hurt quite a bit if you get hit by him.
I think you said this last part, but wasn't Sora meant to have, like, robes in this world? Like Tarzan?
Yeah, he was gonna have something very similar to what Tarzan wears, which is pretty cool. I kinda wish they would've kept it, because I like when they do the alternate costume things.
Danger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is this place?
This place.
Okay.
We call this place Bel
Where
Air.
did the others go? Look, I got
Not
separated
Clayton.
from my friends. Have you seen them?
Hmm?
Friends.
Friends.
Right, my friends. There's two of
This
them.
part,
The
the
last
Sora's
one-
model here is very animated in this cutscene, at least it is.
Cage is annoying because, like, it has really good, like, animations for the character models, but when the bad ones are so bad,
Or Riku.
that's a problem. Like, the good ones are so good for the time, and the bad ones are so bad.
Yeah.
Kyrie. Friends.
I never got why Sora just randomly sees Kairi in this game, because this does not happen in any other games beside this one.
Really?
Well, you know why.
Huh?
Friends. Here.
Not sure I understand, but show me. Take me to Riku and Kairi.
Tarzan. Tarzan. Go.
And I'm Sora. Tarzan go, Sora go.
So I guess we'll say, well, I'll go ask you here, do you have any history with Tarzan, like, at all?
I saw it once and I thought it was boring when I was a kid. It was not one of my... It has like the most brutal Disney villain death, I think.
Yeah, I will. Okay, we can say this here. So, like in the movie, Clayton, who's going to be the antagonist of this world, he dies and he gets like hung by like a vine or something, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, like you see lightning flash and you like see him being hung by a vine like in the shadow, and it's pretty dark.
It is pretty dark. As a kid, I think I've seen Tarzan only 2 times. I saw it once when I was a kid at my aunt's house, and I don't remember the second time I saw it, but I know I've seen it twice. I visually, I think it looks really nice, but it's kind of got the Pocahontas thing where it's kind of boring. I remember I've seen, there's like a straight to like DVD movie about like Kid Tarzan, and I've seen that before. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember there was a Kid Tarzan movie. Besides that, I have no really big history or interest in Tarzan. I know, like, it's not a Tarzan movie, but I've seen George of the Jungle, which is a similar idea, I guess. But that's about it.
Well, like Tarzan's like they couldn't put in any other Kingdom Hearts games because like the company like brought back the rights to it, so Disney couldn't use it anymore.
Oh, the Edgar Rice thing, yeah.
Yeah.
What's weird, because I was reading some stuff about it before we got on here, and like you say, it hasn't ever come back for any more Cage game, but it was planned to come back for Recom. Like, Nomura's even said, you know, like, I had it completely ready to put in the game. But the other... Okay, so they don't have the rights to it, but you know how they made that Cage novel? Like, it's probably been a year or 2 ago? So it's in that.
Well, I think... Because like, I remember when this HD collection was first revealed, people were like, what about... I remember for like quite a while, the reason why people thought the HD collections wouldn't happen was because of this world. But I think like... In the contract, I think it's like any game to like any Kingdom Hearts 1 related things Tarzan can be in, because I think they must have made a contract where in Kingdom Hearts 1 and any more revisions of this game or anything relating to this game they can use Tarzan. So as long as it's KH1 they can use it, I think.
I'm gonna be honest with you here, though. I'm kind of glad it never came back. We're gonna get to it more, but like this is my least favorite world in the entire game because I just think it's really boring. There's a lot of backtracking you have to do throughout it. It's not very fun. And to be fair, like I said, I'm not a big Tarzan person, so it doesn't ever. I don't have much nostalgia with it. Like I say, like let's say like a Lilo and Stitch world. If we ever got like a real Lilo and Stitch world, even if it sucked, I'd still have a lot to talk about because it's Lilo and Stitch. I love that movie, so.
I want a KH game with the only worlds, a deep jungle, deep space, and a monster.
0. No. KH 2.9.
And he plays Naruto.
You play as Naruto. I wish. Believe it. Tarzan's voiced by Tony Goldwyn. He's really only known for voicing Tarzan. That's literally all he does.
What a fucking loser.
I will say this, we're about to see something kind of cool that I do like that this world does whenever we go and see it. Well, I'm going to climb up this. But I will say one thing, I actually do like how Deep Jungle looks. Like, visually, I think it looks pretty nice, but... And I actually like the music for it. I actually think the music for it's really good.
And it's got some cool things, like, in line with the movie and the spirit, like sliding down the trees is a nice touch.
Yeah, I really like this. I think this is really cool. They kind of bring this back for 2 in that, well, it's not the exact same, but it's really similar to that, Winnie the Pooh minigame in 2, where you're, like,
Oh, with the
sliding
honey
Pooh.
slider, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite thing is a video where somebody takes that and they put a Cool Edge a Day from Unleashed over it, and it actually fits really well.
Have you ever done, like, the full course for this?
No, I thought this was the only course you could get.
No, there's like a whole mini game where you get like an orichalcum, I think, for like doing. There's 5 sets of courses and you have to collect the fruit in each one.
Oh, I did not know that. Well, I guess I'll have to do that later, if I remember. Because I'm gonna have like an episode later on in the LP where I probably get off like I think I brought this up in one of the episodes where I'm gonna show getting some of the extra trinities that we missed in the Dalmatians. I might throw that in there with it.
So right, there's a part coming up like in the slides. Like, we'll get to it when we get to it, but I've never known what it really meant.
Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna say. Oh, so if you look at this here, there's a teacup winner with a chip, and it's supposed to be like Chip from Beauty and the Beast and Mrs. Potts. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna ask this here. I'm gonna try and avoid spoilers asking this. Was Beauty and the Beast like a world for that plan to be in this game, like an actual like world?
No, I don't think so. The only world which I know which was planned, but like it was never even made, was Toy Story in this game.
It's a shame that never was actually made into anything, because I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah, it was just literally concept.
Jane.
Well, so we haven't wrong this up, but Sora's walk in this game, like his standard walk, cracks me up so much.
Hi there. I'm...
Oh, you speak English.
Como estás?
So then, obviously you know.
Jane, you're freaking me out. You got PS2 face.
Gorillas.
Highly doubtful.
Sora! Goofy! Donald!
When's the side game coming out explaining what Goofy and Donald were doing with Clayton in about 5 minutes?
They have that. It's called the Kingdom Hearts Hentai.
Hunting them. This is recent.
Oh,
The reaction was all I needed.
Do make yourselves at home.
We can bring this up. Jane Porter is what her actual name is. She's voiced by Nia Kelly, but in the movie she's voiced by Minnie Driver. Nia is Jane in KH1, Tarzan Untamed, and she's also Jane in the Tarzan movie game. I actually have heard the Tarzan movie game, if it's what the game I'm thinking is, I've actually heard it's not that bad, if it's what I think it is. And Clayton's voiced by Brian Blessed. He voices Clayton in the movie.
Brian Blessed? Yeah. I love Brian Blessed.
He voices Clayton in the movie, in this game. And also in 2003's Game of the Year, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. He's also Boss Nass in The Phantom Menace. Not the game, but the movie. I don't even remember who Boss Nass is, to be honest with you.
He's the guy. He's the big green guy.
But yeah, I remember when I was looking up, I saw there's a thumbnail for like, it shows Clayton in that Disney Extreme game, and it's pretty amazing. I'll have to send it to you after this.
I want to play it.
LP coming later this year.
It's coming up. What the fuck does that mean?
I've always thought that was Hollow Bastion.
I think it's meant to be Kairi, because like she used to live in Hollow Bastion, didn't she? So I think this is meant to be like Kairi seeing this. And that's how it's familiar to Sora, because Kairi's with him.
I don't know, because I thought of that too, because originally I was like, well, maybe there was... Okay, was that in the original game? Because I don't remember that.
Yes, it was.
Okay, I was going to say if it was something they added to 1.5, it could be something related to 3, but it's not, so... I don't know. I'm just going to say it's Hollow Bastion, because that makes the most sense to me, so... I forgot this slide. I always forget one slide, because it's usually that one, because it's always in the corner. So do you have like any like what do you think of this? Honestly, what do you think of the world of Deep Jungle? Do you think it's something like they really needed, or is it something they could have just scrapped? Because I think they could have just scrapped
Well,
it.
Tarzan?
I don't know. I think the problem with Deep Jungle is I don't think it's more so the layout. It's more like the game doesn't really tell you where to go. It shouldn't like tell you where to go, but it should direct you a bit better. Because the problem with Deep Jungle is it's kind of like all separated all over the place. It's kind of the anti-Wonderland in a way. So you just kind of have to walk around everywhere till you get a cutscene, and that's not fun.
The best way to compare it, I think, is if you've played Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Chapter 4 is in Twilight Town. That was not intended to be a joke, but in that chapter, you're visiting the same places over and over again. And it's always called the worst chapter in the game for a reason. But this world's very similar to that because you're going to be visiting the same locations multiple times, and it's very annoying.
Kerchak.
Kerchak?
He must be the leader. Perfect.
I do like Brian Blessed as Clayton. His voice is just really
After
cool.
all, the jungle is a dangerous place.
Do you think Clayton and Donald are gonna kiss?